Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
It's the one with bite. What do you mean Barks has bite? Johnny? What do you mean Barks has bite? Johnny? What do you mean Barks has bite? Oh, hey, man. What do you mean Barks has bite? Here, try some of this. Ouch. I haven't seen him that excited since he got his heels. Ouch. You tell him, Johnny. You tell the world.
A little taste of the 90s for you, and that that blast from the past can mean only one thing. Our next guest, Vancouver Giants GM Barclay Parneta, Giants hosting at the LEC last night, the CHL Top Prospects game, won 4-2 by Team White over Team Red. Team Red, including Connor Bedard. Barclay, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Pulled a little bullpen today, but I'm ready to go. You know, Donnie now fired up, and Dolly, now you can't rip me, right?
That's right. That's right. Was there ever any talk of we're going to get to the Top Prospect game and the Giants in a second there, but do you know much about Andrei Kuzmenko and just your read on his game, if you don't know that much from what you've seen this past half season with the Canucks?
No, unfortunately, I don't get the opportunity to watch a lot of the NHL games other than the highlights. So I'm so busy watching the kids and our team that it would be difficult for me to comment. I mean, I see the highlights. He seems to be putting the puck in the net nicely and has a pretty good line mate there, it looks like.
Yeah, EP40. So your takeaway from last night's Top Prospect game, Connor Bedard, shutout points-wise, -2.
Yeah, Michael Dick coaching him there. He's got him fired up. Those offense. He turned him into the defensive specialist.
Yeah.
No, you know what? It was a really great night at the LEC. It was just electric. They did a great job, the CHL, of branding the Kubota game, and you know what? It was sort of a lot of anticipation, and you're kind of waiting for something to bust out, and a few exciting plays. You know, a big fight there, Lind, and he comes out hard in the first shift and starts hammering guys. So more physical than I expected. Certainly entertaining.
Why do you think that was, Barclay? You don't expect that from what amounts to an all-star game.
Well, you know what I think? I think these kids aren't dumb. He's like, hey, I want to make an impression here. There's probably 25 GMs at the game last night. These guys know what's going on, and you know what? Cole Lynn's probably thinking to himself, you know what? Like, it's all about, everybody's talking about Connor Bedard. I'm going to give him a reason to talk about me. That's 100% why he did it. I mean, that's what I would do. For sure, I'd try to do that if I was in one of those games.
Hey, Bark, the buzz last night, and the buzz, it was sold out. There was a little bit of a few tickets available. But this was good for you guys and the Giants and Langley to get this game.
You know what? For the CHL, it's terrific sort of thing that they put on for these kids. But certainly for the Vancouver Giants, to be able to showcase our building and so many people, whether it was media or NHL personnel that I had a chance to talk to that hadn't been in our rink, were just like, wow, this is a great facility. And you know, the atmosphere was good. They were pretty excited. I had a lot of GMs comment to me that, wow, this is a really great facility, and it's full. And like I said, electric. It was awesome. It's great playing in there. It's a great place to watch a game too. Like, you're close. The sight lines are there's no bad seat in that place. Not one. It's awesome.
Hey, Bark,
Rick knows nothing about the seats. He only watches games from the suites.
The owner's
box. The owner's box.
The owner's best buddy right here. I sit down with the good people that sit in the seats, Bark. You know that. Anyways, you know that. Story yesterday about Jonathan Lekaramaki. You guys had him on your European list. He's a Canucks draft pick. Then he goes to Sweden. He's been struggling, and some people are kind of saying, Bark, you know what? Why not put him with the Giants last year? Play with your peers, get a ton of good numbers, and you never want to skip steps in development. You know that. Is there any chance he could play in Vancouver next year, Bark?
Well, unfortunately, he's not on our protected list anymore. We did have to release him, so he'll go back into the European draft. Certainly, if we're able to pick him, if we knew he was coming, we'd certainly look at that. But yeah, ideally, I think it would have been perfect fit for him. And we had Fabian Lysell the year before, who was a Swedish player that we think we did a really good job with sort of bringing to North America and helping adapt. And, you know, I reached out early to the Canucks and just said, hey, you know what, we're willing, if there's anything here, we'd love to have them. And, you know, and the Canucks, you know, they choose to do what they want with their prospects. certainly when guys are signed, like Fabian was a signed player, so they have a little more influence in what their future looks like. So, I mean, hopefully, I'd love to work with the Canucks. I'd love to have, we've established a decent relationship, and our owner knows their owner, and we talk to Stan Smeal, and like there's Ron DeLorme. There's so many people in the organization that we sort of are friends with. So I certainly would love, and for them, what a better place. Like literally, Sedins could come out on the ice with them. They could have a hand in their development, right? For right here, just down the road. So I think it would be a win-win. And again, hopefully one day we do get a Canuck prospect here. That would be awesome.
There's going to be a lot of Bo Horvat trade rumors. One team that is mentioned is Boston, and they got a kid there named Fabian Lysell who played in Vancouver for you, Bark. Tell us about him. He's not doing too bad in the American League. He's only 21 points, 26 games. But it seems like if there's ever a package with Boston, he might be included, Bark. Talk a little bit about his development.
Well, I mean, he's an electric player. I mean, he came here, he's pure offense, and you know what? He can do things next level. Like he's at the NHL level with his speed and ability to find people with passes. He makes passes that, even at that level, I think guys are surprised that the puck ends up on their stick. A really exciting player, still rounding out sort of some of the ins and outs of playing in North America, a longer season. But I know down in the AHL team there early on, he went in, and it was funny because Don Sweeney was at one of our games early in the year. I'm like, hey, Don, is there any chance he's coming back? And, well, he's doing pretty well. We're pretty happy. And then he scored a goal. Then I went back to talk to him the next period, and he's like, oh, well, he just got the game winner now, too. So probably not, Barks.
Barclay, short notice. Thanks so much for this, and thanks for the excellent scouting report on Andrei Kuzmenko.
Top notch, eh? Hey, the one thing I got to work out, I got it last time I was on. You guys want some swag, and I didn't take the opportunity to do the swap. I need some Donnie and Dolly stuff. We'll do a trade off there.
We'll send it your way. Okay?
Consider it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't go on Bruff and Rough. That's the deal. You can't go on Bruff and Rough.
What do you mean, exclusive?
Yeah.
You got exclusivity?
We want exclusivity.
Yeah.
You can't do Bruff and Rough.
When I go on Bruff and Russ, I'll wear my Donnie and Dolly hat.
Oh, that's better. That's better. It's perfect.
All right.
Okay, we'll wait for that. Thanks. It's coming your way.
Coming your way, pal.
Thanks, Barclay. But we want some Giant stuff in return.
It's up to Ryan to get him his stuff.